Okay, we're going to take a look at a backhand cross deep volley from Hammamy, and this is the shot, and there you go. All right, I've got a fair bit going on there, and I'll just break it down for you so it's not so confusing. I have, from here, I've got this clock over here, and what that does is it signifies and shows you the feet position in relative to the center of body and the front wall. So the front wall is down here, and I also have shoulder position. So this is where it's really at, and what I really want to show, it's body drive prior to striking the ball and so on. And so we'll go through this and show you how it all works. So currently this line, it shows that the body line of through here is in the same direction. So that line is supposed to signify, and I've basically just tracked it with the body line or the shoulder line as she swings. So we'll go through the process and we will have a look at just what happens. So we'll start from here, and I'll go through click by click, and so you can understand. The top one is a timing of swing. I'll just explain that one quickly for you. So the top one is a timing of swing, and what this one's all about is for you to understand just how much preparation happens, the amount of body drive prior to swing, and then the follow through, so where you finish your body and so on. So we'll talk about that as we go as well, and it'll become quite clear to you just the benefits of using your core muscles and using your body prior to striking the ball, and the timing of when you actually use your body versus using your arm. So we start from here and we talk about shoulders up and racket back. So you'll see that her early move, the arrow, the orange arrow, is now starting to move back, and that's because her shoulders are starting to turn back early. Racket, that white line there on the clock, that's generally her racket and racket direction. It'll get better as it goes on. So shoulders are coming back. So at this point in time, and you see the timing of the swing at the top, it's still working through, and she's getting her shoulders back. So shoulders aren't quite back to 3 o'clock on the clock as it stands at the moment. And she will basically get them back just to 3 o'clock before she strikes. And that's like her, it's not comfortable to be in this position, but she's only in that position for a split second of time. She's really, really pushed her body back and worked her body back. Then she'll drive her body. So this is where it's really at. So this is, we're looking at body drive to when she actually starts her forward motion of her swing, or when she actually contacts. So we've gone from 3 o'clock with her body. So body here, it's 3 o'clock, so it's pointing. So her shoulders are pointing across this way. So that's the arrow there, which is showing that the shoulders are going straight across this way pretty much. Okay, so it's not 100% correct, but it's not too far off it either. So for the purpose of the demonstration, it's clear enough. So we go from here. I'll just talk to this 1 second. You see that what's really important is we have wind up of body. If I have foot movements in this direction, and then you have shoulders in this direction, it means that she's got her shoulders behind her foot line, which means all her core muscles are really, really activated. If it was to step straight across, so if she'd step straight across here and her shoulders line was the same, then it would be her follow-through muscles that are hitting the ball, not her prime muscles or her core muscles that are actually working. So that makes a massive difference. So if you can get your shoulder line, this one here, if you can get that further back than your foot line, then you're looking pretty good. So basically what will happen is they'll cross. So your shoulder line, if it crosses behind your feet line, that's why stepping toward the front wall. So if you can imagine that if you actually stepped out towards the front wall and then you turned your shoulders back towards this way, then you've got all this here, which is massive wind up and core wind up prior to striking. If I draw that next to it, and if I go with, I'll start with foot line. So if I draw it up, I'll draw it over here. So I start with foot line here, and then I had shoulder line here. There is virtually no wind up body prep of core muscles. You still use your core muscles, but you use them on follow through rather than using them to unwind and prior to striking the ball. So getting an open stance is fantastic, because stepping towards the front wall means that your wind up muscles will be actually seriously working, and you'll be in a really stable, controlled motion when you actually hit the ball. So if I clear that, and we'll continue on. So now she's going to drive her body. So what we're really mostly looking at is how much body work that she does prior to striking the ball. Now what she's going to do now is that orange arrow is going to start to go. So it's going from 3 o'clock and will go right through to the strike. So her racket's going down at the back and her body's going. Her racket is still going down to the back. Her body's gone out now. So it's gone out to almost heading towards 5 o'clock. Now she's all the way through to virtually 6 o'clock and striking the ball. Okay, so we're calling that strike a ball position. This is the one we really want to talk to, because what happens is you just need to understand how much body work from here, from all the way here, all the way around here, and all the way around here. So her shoulders have gone that far. They've gone well over 90 degrees. Just prior to striking the ball, and all that has happened. So remember, her shoulders were pointing out this way, and now they're pointing out this way. So that's a lot. That's a lot of body turn prior to striking the ball. So she's done all her work before she hits the ball. She's done all her body work before she hits the ball, and so most of the body work's done prior to striking. So if you can understand that and not actually get carried away with trying to throw your arm through the ball. Too many players actually try and just throw their arm through the ball. And when you do that, you don't have the control that you need, because you end up you don't have the power, because the power is really in your core muscles. So the power really comes through, all in your core muscles through here. And it's activating those core muscles that'll do all the work for you and give you the strength through the ball and the power and the hit and everything as well. So it really matters if you can make sure that you activate your core prior to striking. So then we continue on, and we'll just have a look at how much body turn happens with the follow through. Okay, so from here, the shoulders just merely finish up for comfort, and we finish up. We're calling that finish there. Okay, so we put that in context. So from here, our shoulders went from here to here on the strike, and from here to here on the follow through. So that's all the body turn follow through that there was. So what this should hopefully do is change your mind about where you do the work. You do 90% of the work prior to striking the ball with your body, or maybe 80% if you like, and only 20%, 80-20 we'll call it, and 20% on the follow through with your body. If you can do that, your big muscles are hitting the ball. The big muscles are hitting the ball here, not your little muscles, which I call your arm muscles, or the little arm muscles. What your arms do is balance, which is your left hand will be balance, and your arms give you connection, so they'll connect the ball or connect your hit in the right time. Okay, so it's really quite interesting. So the whole purpose of this was to actually show you how much body work and when the body work happens, and to get away from that feeling of you just spinning around as you hit, trying to time and turn through the ball at the same time. Most of the work's done. We'll go back through that quickly. Okay, so most of the work's done prior to the start, prior to striking. Okay, shoulders go back, and then shoulders hit through, and off the ball goes. So all the work's done prior in that start, and that's, I'll go back one click, because that'll give you the strike. Okay, so it's all that there, and then the follow through happens from here, and that's the body turn finish, and that's all the way it works. Now this is slightly different because it was a hit cross court, so you can imagine that if it was a down the wall drive, what happens is all of this, instead of being out here, probably would have finished around about here, and everything would have been back just that little bit further. And it just would have made a difference of her finishing her follow through out this way, so she can then make the ball go down this way and come back. So that's basically what would have happened through there. But it's really interesting to see just how much body work's required and when the body work's required. and the foot position and how much that makes a difference and so on. The foot position, strangely enough, doesn't make that much difference for the swing, other than how much of your core muscles you can use and activate on that pre-hit, on the pre-swing. So the footwork will give you the wind up of your core muscles, and then you can unwind. So we talk one more thing which is really, really interesting and really valuable. If we go from here, watch our shoulders go back, and then we come forward, and we come through to point of impact. Okay, so at point of impact, what's happening is everything's in line, and so that's why the wind up is really good and all the body work's all done. So what's happening right now is you have, I'll do that one. You have your body line through here. I'll put it just next to it, and your foot line is through here, and everything is in line. So what that means is your arms in line, your body's in line, you're working 90 degrees to your body, you're very, very stable. So that 90 degrees here is very strong. It's a very strong body position. It's not like you're wound up when you're hitting. When she's hitting, she's at a perfect balanced position. In other words, her whole body is structured, stable, and in full control at point of impact. And so it means that she's not wound up or unwound when she's striking the ball. She's hitting the ball at the optimum time to get the best power and best control out of her shot. So it's just supreme balance, supreme power, supreme everything. Everything is perfectly timed for this moment, for the moment of strike. And that's why the power that comes in the ball with the elite squash players and how it goes so well. It just goes really, really well, really, really powerful. All right, so we're going to talk about one more thing, and that is our little top mark. So on our timing, the timing of the swing, what the one at the top here is all about is about how much preparation time, how much forward body motion time, and then how much finish body. So we watch this and we'll go through the process. So, and I'll talk about rack it up, and so on as well. So what's happening now, I'll talk to as we go. So we're doing prep swing, and racket's going up, 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 up with a prep swing, still going up with a prep swing, still going up, still going up. Okay, now we're going to go into a downward swing. So now we've got forward body drive just about, and I'm saying shoulder drive as the forward body drive has just come in now. Racket goes down at the back, so now we're bringing our racket down and there's forward body drive. What that means is she's going to start to drive her body forward and bring her racket down. So body forward, body forward, body forward, body forward, okay, and then we've got strike. Okay, so now we're doing the finish body component of it. So from now it's just only the finish body. So it's all about body, this presentation. And there's your finish body. Okay, so we talk about that. If we look at, and what I wanted to actually put across with this one is that so much of the time of your swing is in preparation. There's a little bit, and it's very fast in forward body drive, and there's only a little bit in finish body drive as well. But most of the time you really need to get this happening here. So if you can start your racket really slow, so this means slow, 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 faster, and finish slower, because it's only, so this yellow here happened over all this time. This pink here happened over this time. So this here is the same time frame as this time frame here. So this happened at the same time as this happened through here, the same amount of time if you like. Okay? But all this preparation time is so much longer, so much greater, and it does with the wind up. So she's gotten her body from a starting position, which is around about 5 o'clock. She's taken her racket back, 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 back. So I could have put another green line in there, or green half circle, that took it from there. So all the green would have gone from 5 o'clock all the way around to 3 o'clock. So that would have been all that time there. So it just makes a massive difference if you get your timing right. So it is all about the timing of your swing. So it's slow prep, then fast, then slower there on the finish follow through for comfort, just to finish up in a nice reasonable spot. Okay, so it's quite fascinating. We'll go through it just once more. I'll show you how it goes. Okay, she takes her racket back, her body back. She goes, brings her body through, body, 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 then arm, 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 and finish. I'll go through and just play it full speed. And we're back. Okay, so there you go. I hope you found that quite interesting. So all I wanted to mostly tell you and get through with this video is the fact that you do the body work prior to striking the ball. So you do all your body work prior to striking. You take your racket back, so you wind up. So what you're doing is you're priming your body. You're priming your body by winding up, and then you unwind, 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 unwind. And then you bring your arm through for connection, and you finish up your body. And that's how it all works. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. That is Hammamy's backhand cross-court deep volley. And it's about the body timing and timing of your swing. And it's unbelievable raw power that's just fully controlled, and it's just wonderful.